Hello, readers, especially to Kasikatan. I would just like to give a special shout out to Raven Villanueva, where she is a bookworm and she wants Captain Underpants, Dogman, or anything that is related to Dave Pilkey. Yes, Dave Pilkey is one of the best authors when it comes to children's books, in my opinion only, because there's a lot more books, including comics, though there won't be another free comic book day, and let's forget that. In this podcast update, we'll be telling you on what makes you read better. Yeah, what makes you read better? Most people like to read, especially to the oldies who want to read every day. When those days that we don't have the internet, specifically the Philippines, where we had some slow connection. They usually read some newspapers every morning with a coffee break. Yes, most people, the oldies, need to drink coffee. Yes, pampagising po talaga siya. And there are some few more benefits on what you're reading about. I know the comics do have the talking balloons out there. Yes, the talking balloons there, and there are some few tips that just wanted to make a better reader, or specifically a bookworm. You just have to find some books that suits for you. Yeah, I sometimes read books that, or I sometimes read books or comics that isn't really applicable to me. For example, we have some comics like X-Men or any superhero comic. There are some pages that may contain such violence, and also some books, literally books, do have a sensitive language, but they actually put the asterisk to avoid exposing bad words. Yes, that is another one. And yeah, the main tips are: pay attention when you read, and read as if really matters. Yeah, you have to read very slowly but surely so you can get an idea or a reference, or even tell to your friends who've wanted to tell about the story you're reading, including the story that you are imagine that. Yeah, that is actually what Faith said to me, that when I do such animation videos, she said, medyo nagshortcut ako but the first thing you have to do is just to create a story first. You have to just do the line art, and also, yeah, we have to do the finished product. Yes, even though I'm home, I'm actually improving right now. The next one is stop talking to yourself when you read. That is actually a very hard to avoid such thing when it comes to mannerism. Just wanted to tell or repeat something that is based in mind, including the page you are reading. So it's actually you are memorizing every quote from a book. So that is actually another advantage when you read multiple times. Oh yeah, this is actually one of those. Don't keep rereading the same phrases. Yeah, there are some scenarios that we have to reread the same phrases. But in case you don't memorize it, you will just have to read. Next we have here is vary your reading rate to suit the difficulty and type of writing of the text. Yes, when it comes to essay, um, you will have to, yeah, like what I said earlier, you will have to read even more frequently. Okay, so the bookworms out there. So I've went to a yes, I went to a book signing of Yasi Pressman last March 23rd. That was actually more than 2 years ago. You better see that part in the next video, which I'll be planning to make a Gumball Central Virtual. Yeah, and it actually stuck in my head, but I do not have the mood to do that. So it's Gumball Central Virtual presents a bookworm. I don't know who's gonna interview the best bookworm. And the advantage of reading is actually we got 10 of them. I actually searched it earlier. We have mental stimulation, stress reduction. Yes, pampawala ng ano ng stress. Um, so you can stay calm and do not lose a lot of heartbeats. Yeah, that is actually one advantage thing. you better watch 1000 Heartbeats Philippines, though it is still on air. We have Zian Lim, that's actually a good one, which is actually the Pinoy version compared to the host with Vermont K. You have to watch it, including the original. Knowledge. You will have to gain more knowledge when you read a lot. And when it comes to essays, like what I've said earlier, again, you can get all the references. And when it comes to essay, you won't allowed to browse any of the pages. You have to think what's on your head. Imagine this. One day after Sona, they actually give a quick essay, though pretty much hard. There are some people who don't have the internet or assignments, doing the dishes. Yeah, that's actually pretty much hard when it comes to high school life. Memory improvement. Yes, you have to gain more memory. Uh, Please don't abuse yourself by drinking Mebo Plus. There's no need for that. You can read. You can actually generate your mind. And when it comes to the examination, yes, you can really pass without taking any of the medication. So please be strong. Stronger analytical thinking skills. When it comes to critical thinking, for example, there is one part that have no multiple choices. You will just have to think based on your mind. Improve focus and concentration. Yes, there is one thing that you must concentrate on what you're reading, and also the better writing skills. Yeah, the better writing skills. You have to improve your handwriting. Wag kang masyadong sulat doktor. You have to practice writing again. And you have to practice on speaking in English because we have ranked down last year to rank 27. There's going to be an episode for that, which is going to be on Chloe Speaks. So you need to improve anything. So what more if we could rank up this year? Are we able to rank up once again for the English proficiency rate? Well, there's only one thing to find out. And before we end this podcast story, I would just like to know that there are more books that you want to read this year 2021. So we have How to Prepare for Climate Change, a practical guide to surviving the chaos, which is a book by David Pog. I don't know if I pronounced the last name right. Then we have How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, the solutions we have and the breakthroughs we need. It is another book that is actually a must read about the global warming and the climate change, as this was the book made by Bill Gates. Then we have The Problem Solver, a scientist's desperate quest to cure the illness that stole his son, which is actually a book from Tracy White with the scientist Ronald Davis. And of course, to those children and the people with young at heart, we have Dogman Mothering Heights, the 10th book, which is made by Dave Pilkey, the creator of Captain Underpants. This has been Miggy7215, signing out.